Hey, welcome to Fantasy Adventure. I'm going to be doing a review on the Vesta self-powered indoor space heater. You can also cook on this as well. This is everything basically that was in the box, except for the sterno cans that I already have in there. I did use this when I was at the Nomad meetup, but I wanted to do an official review on it because I found that it did work pretty well. So first things first, what we're going to do is I'm going to let you know what temperature it is in here right now. Forgive the voice. I've been a little bit under the weather, but I wanted to get this out. I wanted people to know how well this really worked for me. I'm pretty happy with it. So right now I have one over here that says it's about 41 degrees. It's about 2:45 in the morning. And I have another here that says the top one is the degrees and the bottom, which is bigger, that one is the humidity level. So I have two. All right. So we're going to, first things first, these guys right here, we're going to light those. These are 6 hours, but I already had these on before. So we're going to just light them up. 1, 2, 3. All right, so we got the lid on there, or not lid, but like a grill, I guess we're going to say. And then in here, that's where you're going to find, let me back up a little bit. This is a glare. There's a fan back here behind this. Let's turn it around. All right, so behind the unit is a fan. That's self-powered, so it's heat-powered. So if we were going to cook on this, we would just be cooking on it just as it is now. You'd put a pan or a pot on there. For demonstrations, let's put one on there. I don't have anything in it, but we're going to see size-wise. And that's very dusty. But see how that would sit on there? And I'm not sure how big this pan is. It's not very big. Oh, it's 8 inches. 8-inch pan. All right, so we're going to put this fan on now. Get this heat going. We're going to see how long it takes. Oh, also, it came also with, let's turn it around here. There is a snuffer. If I can get it. There's a snuffer back here behind the unit. So that snuffer, when I want to put those out, I just tap this on top and it'll snuff the flames. And then to pull it out, we're just going to go like that. So let's see, what time is it? Like I said, it was about 2:45. And it was 41 degrees, 41.9, something like that. So we're going to let that go. I definitely see my breath in here. Let's see. I think you saw that. So it's pretty cold in here. And another thing we're going to talk about is why this is so important to me. Because with someone that has specific issues when it comes to cold, I have something that you would call, it's called Raynaud's. And what is that? Well, you're going to find out real soon. So, but that's why this is so important. And like I said, this did come with 3 cans. I didn't use that yet. Those are good for 6 hours. Now, I have backup of these. And the one thing that I found that was a problem when I was at the Nomad meetup was, here's my backup bag right here. I fell asleep. I have backup right there. There you go. I fell asleep and I did not have one of these things. And this is how you actually open up these lids. So right here, this is another brand. I think these I got from Amazon, but they are cheaper at Sam's Club. Amazon, for 12 of these, plus this little ring thing to help you take these off, I think it was like $23. Now, without the ring, you can get it from Sam's Club if you have a membership, and it's under 20 bucks. It's like $19.30 something cents, if I'm correct. And I'm pretty sure that's what it is. When I was at the Nomad meetup, my hands were so cold when I woke up, because again, these are good for 6 hours, that I was unable to open those lids because my fingers go numb when it gets really cold, or sometimes when my body says, "Ooh, it's cold," even though it may not be that cold, but it was cold that evening. I was unable to open those. So that's why, if you have any problems with your fingers or you have a hard time opening things, you definitely want to get this, because it'll make a difference. These things are good for 6 hours. We have 3 Sterno cans going right now, and we're going to see how long it takes to heat this stuff up. So we'll be back. So while we're waiting for the van to heat up, what I did is I'm going to put in a movie. So, you know what? Question for you. If you're going to be out and about and you're doing the Nomad thing, or you're going to a meetup, or you're going out west, whatever it is that you're doing, what movies would you want to have with you? I do have movies on my phone, but again, I like redundancy. So let's say I lost my phone. Hopefully that wouldn't happen. Or I have no internet. That's why I like DVDs. So I switch these out every now and again. So, and I like the ones where you're going to get more bang for your buck. So I don't have to carry as many movies. So this one right here, like I'm going to watch probably R.I.P.D., which that's a good one. I like that one. But I like all of these movies. Lucy, Oblivion, Seventh Son of the Seventh Son. Now, for example, here we go. I got The Hunger Games, all of them. So that's 4 movies in one. Here's another. Twilight. Oldie but goodie. All 5. Haven't watched these yet. Lethal Weapon. I got all 4 of them. Die Hard. I haven't seen all of these. So I was like, let me get that. Final Destination. All 5. Saw. All 8 of them? Okay. I'm down for it. So let's say you're out and it's a rainy day. This one I do like. I go to sleep to this one because I've seen this so many times. The Day After Tomorrow. I might switch it up. I might actually watch this one. Because I could go to sleep to this one. I can have the volume really low. I could probably act in this and know all the lines. I got Men in Black. All 3 of them. I think my favorite one might be the second one. I'm not sure. The third. Trimmers. That's like a goofy, spoofy, but all 7. Hangover. All 3 of those. That's a good one. And I got this one because I did love the bucket list. So I got these. I feel like some of these are like, those kind of good feeling kind of movies. Let's see. I got, Outbreak. That's a good one. The Perfect Storm. Twister. The first one. Poseidon Adventure. I saw that when I was little. The Mummy. All 3 of those. Then I have The Book of Eli and I Am Legend. Those are definitely good ones. Then I have some single ones back here. Tomb Raider. I have the Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. This one I have, it's Day to Night with Cameron Diaz and Tom Cruise. Very funny movie. And then, obviously, I've had this one for a long time. First Blood, the first one. Then I have a little single movies down here. These are all singles from Redbox that I bought. And so sometimes it was cheaper or about the same to buy it as it was to rent it. So I have quite a few of these. And then as I watch them, I just kind of switch them out because I have a lot more. But yeah, I think I'm going to watch The Day After Tomorrow instead. We're going to pop that out. And we'll switch it up. Put that back. So it's getting a little warmer in here. We're just going to see how long it takes. Just an FYI, the fan did click on for the Vesta heater in about 3 minutes. So it took about 3 minutes for that fan to kick on. I have the light on. I think maybe you could see a little bit back there. Very low noise. I mean, you really don't hear anything. And as far as the smell goes, I will have to say there is a slight odor, but it's nothing that's gonna make me feel nauseous or sick. So, well, I'll definitely say that there is a slight odor, but I mean, my nose is pretty sensitive to things. So that's just that's the update right now. See you in a few. I want to mention about these electric blankets. The bottom one is a 12 volt, this guy. This one is a regular plug, so I don't know how this is going to work out because that would definitely suck up a lot more juice from solar. I don't know how that one's going to work out. Maybe I'll use this one for like the house or something. Well, when I test it on the solar, I'll figure it out from there, but this one, by all means, it's a good one. I might even get this one. Matter of fact, I'm going to get another one because, oddly enough, this is actually, watch this. It's by Goodyear. I didn't know they made these. So they make 12 volts. I currently have that plugged in down here. And as of right now, it looks like it's using 45 watts. And based on my solar down here, it looks like it would go for 8 hours. And I didn't have it all the way charged up. It's at 59%. But that puppy would go for 8 hours. So imagine having 2 of those. So I think I'm going to get another one. That way you could have one on the bottom. Like I said, it's just like a low kind of, like a little bit of a warmth. Kind of like, you know how like when you're sitting down and like you get up and like if the seat's like warm from your body heat there, that's what it feels like. It's just like a subtle warmth. So I like that. I'll probably get another one of these because it uses a lot less wattage. So, just an FYI. But I definitely recommend it. The 12 volt for sure. Alright, so right now we're still waiting to get the van warmed up. And currently I am putting on my thick, I am not playing with you, comfy socks to wear in this van. They got like little grippies on the bottom. And these puppies are thick. So I'm putting these on. Because I wanted to go over rainouts. So we're still waiting for the van. What time is it? It is about 3:30 a.m. And currently right now it says that it is 55.2 degrees in here. So when we started out, it was like 41, I think. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and look at it. But let's talk about rainouts. Okay, so story time. Many years ago, I'm going to say about 10 years ago, I was driving to work and I noticed that one of my fingers felt weird. And I didn't really think anything about it. It kind of went away, but it was a really weird feeling. The tip of my finger was white. And I didn't know why. It felt like I had tied like a rubber band around the tip of my finger and it went numb. So I thought that was strange, but I just kept it moving. I was on my way to work. I didn't have time to figure it out. So it happened again. I say maybe like a month later. Eventually I went to the doctors and they were like, we have no idea. We don't know why that happened. So it just kind of went on for a while, just periodically for no reason. I couldn't figure it out. And then eventually, as years went on, I wound up I got a whole bunch of blood tests done. I went to a rheumatologist, and then I was diagnosed with something called Raynaud's. And basically, what that is you lose circulation in your lower extremities, so your fingers and your toes, when your body says it's cold for whatever reason. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It could be one finger, it could be four fingers, it could be from just the tips, it could go down lower. Then what happened was it would start with like one finger, then it would go to like four fingers. So it just really depends. Later on down the line, what was happening was a toe or two would start doing the same thing. So, I keep an eye on it. I monitor it. It doesn't happen very often, but it happens often enough because when you feel it, you feel it. So just imagine if like four of your fingers just go numb. So it's not a really good feeling, and I don't have to worry about it too much right now. What I was told by the rheumatologist is if I start seeing, like little black dots at my fingertips, that is definitely cause for concern, because that means that my nerve endings have died. So I could run the same risk as a diabetic. And fun fact, my husband is type 1 diabetic, so I run the same issues that he would have if, because, diabetics, they go through like neuropathy, things like that. So if I were to, I guess, over time, because it'll last for maybe like a few minutes, and then I'll get blood flow back to my fingertips when it's happening. And it doesn't mean that you always have to be in cold weather. It could be 100 degrees outside and I'm in a store or work or my house that's air conditioned, and then I'll go to the bathroom, wash my hands, and because I washed my hands, for some reason my fingers will go numb. So I don't understand how that works, but it does happen. So over the course of time, if this were to happen a lot longer, the duration of my fingertips being numb, I think that's when you run that risk of, your nerves, your nerve endings dying and not getting that blood flow through there. So, like I said, I would run the same risk of a diabetic, as to where no circulation, and if it gets bad enough, then yes, I could lose the tips of my fingers, the tip or toes, things of that nature. So that's why heat in this van, and anywhere actually, is extremely important. And I do have redundancies, like I said, as far as heat goes. But I definitely have redundancies, again, with everything. So as far as heat goes, I have a little space heater, and it's teeny. I'll show you. It's this guy, really teeny. But you know what? This thing will burn through my solar. So my smaller solar, my run hood is an hour, and my larger unit of run hood, it would be 2 hours. So the odds of me using this, I could get away with it, and I'll have to go over my solar, because let me tell you, it's pretty phenomenal. But I can get away with more with my solar than I would another unit. So I do have EcoFlow, but my favorite is definitely Run Hood, and I will do a video on that because I love it that much. Anyway, so I have this, then I have the hot hands, which if you saw my other video at the meetup part 2, where I woke up and I had this big old blister because I rolled over on my hot hand and it burnt the inside of my arm, and that still hasn't healed yet. Anyway, so this, and then what I have is I got a really good, and it's really low wattage. When I do my solar video, I'm gonna plug that in and show you. It uses very low wattage. It's not like it gets like crazy hot or warm. It's just a subtle warmth, and I put it underneath me, and it uses such low wattage that it lasts for, I mean, just, it's not going to kill my solar at all. You know, and staying warm in here, I would like to think I kind of have that covered. So we're going to see. All right, we're going to come back and have this thing get up higher, because this one runs for a while, and then it just continues to get warmer. So since it was so cold in here, and this van is kind of breezy, I mean, it just is, they just are. I did have my window cracked, because you definitely need the ventilation. I do have my carbon monoxide detector in here as well. So, you know, safety first. And we'll be back. We're going to see how long this really takes to heat up, because that would be good to know for this size van. It's a Ford E250, 2000 is the year. So if that gives you an idea of the size, you know, and the height, because you have a little bit more height in here, how long it really takes. So, you know, if that's the case, you just get your heat started earlier, and then you would know, like, oh, okay, and it's blasting. So.
I don't know. Maybe in 100 years, maybe in 1,000. But what I do know is that if we do not act soon, it is our children and our grandchildren who will have to pay the price.
All right, it's getting late. I waited as long as I could. It is about 5:45, and I was only able to get this up to 59 degrees. So that's the smaller one. Then we have it up here, so basically just about 60. Now, when I was at the Nomad meetup, it did get to pretty much 70 degrees. It did pretty good tonight, just because I think when I started out, it was like 41 degrees. So that came up quite a bit, but it's really windy. That's the only thing that I can think of that's any different, is that it's windy, and I just can't get that temperature to come up any higher. Not with this unit. And what I did want to also say is that you put your hand on the top of this, it's pretty good. It says caution hot, but I have to say that's nice. You can touch this and it's not crazy hot at all. So just at least know that. Now the sides, that is different, but the very top, nice. And then remember, it does have these two little handles on each side. So if you had to pick it up, you could pick it up from those sides. And remember, it does come with the snuffer. So if you wanted to put these out, you're just going to place that on top, snuff them, and put the caps back on, and you're good to go. If you've gotten anything out of this, feel free to give a like, subscribe. And you know what? Hit the notifications button, so this way you can get notified when I do a video. I'll be doing a video once a week. So yeah. Thank you for watching, and have a great day. And you know what? I'll see you down the road. Ah, you thought I was gone? Nah, your girl's still here. Listen, I got up because it was hot as the dickens in here. So it's about 10 o'clock in the morning. I just looked, and the high today is supposed to be 33 or 34 degrees. But I just did want to let you know that it is 71 degrees in here. Yeah, your girl woke up sweating. So, again, there you go. And I did have to switch out the candles, or the chafers, this morning. The other ones did burn out because it wasn't good for 6 hours, since they were previously used when I was at the Nomad meetup. So I snuffed them out. Again, basically went like this, popped them out, and then what I'll do is I'll just put the lids back on there. See, look, the fan is still going, even though I snuffed them out. So as long as there's like a heat still rising and it's still warm in there, it'll keep going. But yeah. So what I recommend, hell yeah. No doubt. Yeah, don't sleep on these. FYI, I got this from Amazon, and it was $130, but then I noticed it went on sale for like $117. So, I'm a little frugal, so I had canceled the one order for $130 and then reordered it at $117. So, look, you got to save every buck. So, look, if you're still here, thank you so much for watching. There's a lot of things you could be doing with your time, so I appreciate you. I just want to say, go ahead and give a like. And you know what? Maybe a sub, okay? That'd be nice. No pressure. And, we'll see each other again. We'll see each other down the road. All right. Thank you so much. Fantasy Adventure. I hope y'all have a great day. Bye. What? I'm still at it. All right, look. If you're still here, we're friends now. That's all I got to say. Hello. How you doing? We are friends. It is 11 a.m. now, and it is going down. It's because it is still windy outside, but it's going down to 65.5 degrees. And I just had to let you know that. So once you turn it off, that temperature will start to decline, and it'll probably get into the 30s in here because that's what it's going to be outside. But yeah, just to let you know, that's what happens. So this thing really does. The proof is in the pudding. But I was here for it. Hey, thanks. Bye.